Hello developers, in this video we will see how to implement in-app purchases for the consumable products in our Android apps. You already know what is a consumable product. I have already explained in the part 1 video the different types of in-app products. For better understanding on in-app products and on in-app purchases, watch this video. I will give the link in the description box. On a brief note, a consumable product is one that a user consumes to receive in-app content. For example, a user might purchase a stack of coins or extra lives or power-ups in a gaming app. The consumable products can be bought more than once whenever required on Google Play through our app. Okay, now let's start implementing the consumable in-app purchases. This video will be a bit lengthy because I am going to cover end-to-end procedure to implement in-app purchases in your Android app. So these are the steps that we are going to cover in this video as part of the in-app purchases implementation. But before this, watch this in-app purchases part 2 video for the basic requirements that you need to be ready with before starting the implementation. Okay, now to implement in-app purchases, the first step is enabling the license testing. To enable license testing, log into your Google Play Console account. Select the option settings in the left side menu, come down, click on this license testing to test your licensing and billing integrations. Okay, here you need to choose testers from the email lists. These are the email lists that you have created for your internal or closed test tracks. So to test the in-app purchases of your app on the emulator or on your testers' mobiles, you need to specify those Gmail IDs that your testers are using to test the app. If you don't find the testers list here, then select create email list, write the list name and add your testers email IDs here to make your testers part of your testing program. By doing this, the testers can also make purchases in your app without being charged using test payment methods. Okay. Next, license response. These are the different responses that testers can receive while verifying the purchase. But for the initial testing, you can select the first option only, that is respond normally. Then click on save changes. Yes, the changes have been saved. So we have enabled the license testing for our testers. Now the second step is creating the consumable products. To create the product that you want to sell through your app, select your app in the Google Play Console, go to Monetize with Play option, expand this products view, select in-app products. Here you can start creating the products, but if you don't see this create product option in this page, that means you haven't completed the basic steps like creating merchant account or enabling billing library in your app. So first complete those steps by watching this video, then come back here to create the in-app product. Okay, now click on the create product. Complete all the required fields in this page. The first one is product ID. Product IDs need to be unique for your app and they can't be changed or reused after they have been created. So make sure that you plan your product IDs carefully. Okay, the product ID must start with a number or lowercase letter and can contain numbers, lowercase letters, underscore and periods, dots. And do not use android.test as the product ID along with all the product IDs that start with android.test because they are reserved for Google test program. Okay, so to make your product ID unique, the best solution is start the ID with your package name. For example, my app package name is com.homeapps.inappurchases.demo. So let me give that. But I am not adding com here. So homeapps.inappurchases. Give your actual product name here. What do you want to sell through your app? I want to add a consumable product, for example, stack of coins. So I am adding coins.1. 1 represents the first product. But here you can give any name based on your product type. Okay. Next section, product details. Name and description. These details you need to plan carefully because you may want to show that particular product and the product details to the user before purchasing the product. If you observe here, in all these examples, the coins count or crystal count is shown as the product. Means the coin count can be your product name. And if you see here, the name of the product can also be like this: champion pack or professional pack or specialist pack. Okay, but in my case, I want to show the product list like this. So I am adding the coin count as the product name. And it has one more advantage also. In future, you can change the coin count for the same product ID in Play Console without changing your app code logic. It will directly reflect on the user's devices. Okay, so the product name I added as 5 and the product description I am adding as 5 coins. If you want, you can show this description content also on your app. So add meaningful data for these two fields. Okay, next section is price. Click on this set price option. Here you need to enter the price of your product in your local currency. This currency format you cannot change. This was taken based on your country mentioned in your merchant payment account. And the amount mentioned here in your local currency will automatically reflect on the other targeted countries in their local currency rates. In my app, I haven't selected any countries in my internal test track, so the other countries are not listed here. But while publishing, when you select your app targeted countries, then all those countries will be listed here with the price converted in their local currency. Okay, I have set the price 30 rupees for 5 coins. So once the price is added, click on this apply prices. Next, multi-quantity. By enabling this, you allow users to purchase more than one of this product in a single transaction. But here it is disabled for my app. I am not sure why. I will check this and update you in another video. Okay. So now everything is done. Click on save. So the product was added. Click on activate. Yes, the product is created and added in the in-app products list. So I am selling the product 5 coins for the price 30 rupees. Okay, hope you understood how to create a product. So now same way, create multiple products that you want to sell in your app. Here I have added total 4 consumable products for my app. And these products can be accessible only from my app, that is in-app purchases demo app. My other apps cannot access these products. Okay, now let's see how to show these products from our app. So the next step is integrating the Google Play billing library into your app to access those in-app products from Google Play. Let's first understand what is Google Play's billing system. Google Play's billing system is a service that enables you to sell digital products and content in your Android app, whether you want to monetize through one-time purchases or offer subscriptions to your services. Google Play offers a full set of APIs for integration with both your Android app and your server backend. So this is the integration architecture. This is your Android app. It uses Google Play billing library to communicate with the Google Play services layer, which again connects with the Google Play billing system in the backend. So you can integrate Google Play's billing system with your Android app using the Play billing library. So let's check how to integrate the Play billing library in your Android app. This is the typical purchase flow for a one-time purchase or a subscription. Show the user what they can buy, launch the purchase flow for the user, verify the purchase on your server, give content to the user, acknowledge delivery of the content. But in the developer terminology, the product purchase lifecycle would look like this. This is the Google Play system. From an Android app, first we initialize a billing client using Play Billing library. Next, through the billing client, we will connect to Google Play. On connection success response, we request for the available product details for the user. Then Google Play returns the list of products created in the Play Console account. Then we show the products to the user. When user selects a product from the app, then we request for the purchase flow for that product. Then this purchase screen will be displayed to the user. Now when user select buy and purchase is success or failure, then we will get the purchase details on billing client purchase listener. If the purchase is success, that means user paid the amount for the product successfully. Then we need to verify or acknowledge the purchase again with the Google Play system with the purchase token. Then finally, if the Play system returns that purchase is okay with the purchased state, then we need to grant the content or product to the user. If we don't acknowledge the purchase, then the amount will be refunded to the user account. So the verify purchase is very important before granting the product to the user. So if you understand this flow, then the implementation is very easy. We will simply follow this page to integrate the Play Billing library in our app. Even in the future, for any API changes, you can come to this page. Google maintains this page up to date with the latest API calls. I will give this link in the description box for your reference. Okay, let's get into the actual coding part. So this is my app. I have created it just for the demo purpose. So in this video, we will implement the consumable in-app purchases. Currently this is empty, but we have to show the consumable products like this in the grid view. This UI is up to you. You can design however you want. It depends on your UI requirements. But here I am showing all the products in a grid view. After purchase, I will update the coin count. And this is the item layout. Each item in the grid view will be displayed like this. So on selecting the in-app purchases consumable product option on home screen, we will start the consumable purchase activity class. Here we'll show the consumable grid layout, and I have done some basic steps required like initializing the persistent manager to store the coin count, setting the coin count in the text view, and the grid view variable initialization. That's all. Now let's start the billing library integration. The first step is adding Google Play Billing Library dependency. This we have already covered in the part 2 video itself. You need to add the billing library dependency in the modules build.gradle file. If you are using Kotlin, then add this KTX module which contains Kotlin extensions. Okay. Next, initialize a billing client. This is the code snippet for billing client initialization. Copy this code. In your project, create a method called initialize billing client and paste the code in this method. Okay, remove private modifier here because we are initializing inside the method. Clear the compilation errors by importing the classes. Change the context to this or give your activity name. Now make this billing client as a member variable because we are going to use this billing client variable in all the other methods as well. So initialization is done. Call this method inside onCreate of your activity. Next, connect to Google Play. This is the connection code snippet. Copy this code, come to Android Studio, create a method called connect to billing system and paste the code here. Import the classes. Done. Now call this method also inside onCreate after initialization. But if you want to show the products on an user action, then you can call this method inside onClick event of that button or view. But here I want to show the list of products when user come to this consumable screen. So I am calling this connect to billing system inside onCreate itself. So initializing is done. Connection to Google Play is also done. Now we need to check for the response to query product details. Okay, but here they have mentioned about automatic reconnection. We need to add this line enable auto service reconnection to automatically re-establish the service connection if an API call is made while the service is disconnected. So this will avoid service disconnected response. So copy these two lines, add them in initialize billing client method. Okay, this is giving an error because this API call is introduced in Play Billing Library version 8.0.0. Let's check our billing version. This is 7.1.1. So let's update it to latest version, that is 8.0.0. Now sync the Gradle files. Okay. Yes, the error is gone. But this enable pending purchases method is expecting the argument pending purchases parameters. So create the pending purchases parameters variable with enable one-time products because we are dealing with consumable products. Okay, pass the parameters variable to this pending purchases. Okay, this is done. Next, show products available to buy. For this, we need to query for product details. Copy this code. So after the connection to Google Play, if the response is okay, then we will request for product details. So create a method called query product details and paste the copied code. Resolve import errors. Okay, there is something wrong here. We need to use this method variable here, query product details result. Yes, the error is gone. Now call this method inside the connection success when the billing response is okay. So on activity launch, initializing the billing client, connecting to the billing system, and on connection success, we are requesting the product details. Okay, change this to list. But here, when we query for product details, we need to pass the list of product details parameters with the product ID and type. So create a method to return the list of product IDs. So create a method, load product IDs, add the array list for the IDs and add these product IDs because we are going to request for these product details from our app. So whatever the product you want to show to user, we need to add that product ID here to request for the product details. Do not make a mistake while adding the product ID string. If you add something wrong in the ID, then you don't get that product in the response. Okay, now create a member variable for the list of product IDs and load the product IDs in onCreate init view method. Now let's create the list of query product details parameters with the product IDs. Loop the product IDs and add the query product details parameters one by one. Change the product ID to load our consumable product IDs and change the type to in-app product. There are two types of product. These consumable products come under in-app product category. Now pass the list here to query for product details. Okay, everything is done. So if the query product details request is success, then we receive the list of product details. So we can check this inside billing response code OK, and then we can process the retrieved product details here. So to debug the code, let's add the logs here with the product details. Okay, let me add the logs in the other methods as well for debugging purpose. But while releasing the production version, you make sure to remove or comment these logs for better performance and security reasons. Okay, done. Now let's test the app till here and check whether we are receiving the products or not. Okay, run the app. Check the logs. Inside initialize billing client, inside connect to billing system, but connection is not success. Received an error, in-app billing API version 3 is not supported on this device. Okay, we need to handle this failure case in our connection method. But the reason is simple, we need to log into Google account on the device or on emulator. Go to Play Store, sign into Google account. So once the sign in is completed, then come back to the app and run the app. Yes, see all the requested products details are received from Google Play. Now we need to show the products to the user. So create a method called show products with the argument list of product details. And inside this method, you need to write your own logic to display the products to the user. Here I am passing the list of product details to the consumable product view adapter to display the products in the grid view. Okay, I am implementing the listener for on-click events of the grid view items and pass the adapter to the grid view. Done. Now call this method inside the query product details async success response. Show products with the list of product details from the query product details result. So we are showing the products. Now run the app. Okay, product details are received, but they are not shown on the screen. Okay, got the reason. We need to handle this UI updates in the separate thread from the connection thread. So add handler variable, initialize it, and in show products method, use the handler to run this code in a separate runnable. Okay, add the delay to run the code given 1 second. Okay, resolve this error by passing the activity object, because here this is not an activity. You would be knowing these things. Okay, done. Sorry, there is one error. Okay, handler variable is already defined. Remove the duplicate. Okay, now run the project again. Yes, see the products are displayed. We are handling these display items in the adapter class. See here we are passing the product name as item text and setting the product price as button text. So here this product name it is displaying. If you want, you can display any other content. For example, I want to show the product description to the user. Now run the project. Yes, see the description is shown for the products. Hope you understood till here. We have initialized the billing client, connected to the Google Play. On successful connection, we have requested the product details, and on receiving the product details, we are showing the products. Now we need to handle the actual purchase flow when user selecting the product. This one. Okay, come down. Launch the purchase flow. So on selecting the price button, handle on-click event. For that, create a method called start purchase flow. Copy this code and paste it here. Clear import errors. Okay, we need to pass the current activity to the launch billing flow method. Next, we need to pass the product details here. So add an argument product details to this method and call this start purchase flow inside button on click event. And here we need to pass the product offer token. Here they have mentioned how to get the offer token. For one-time products, call product details dot get one-time purchase offer details list to get the offer token. So do that. Yes, here we are launching the purchase flow screen for the user to purchase the product. Okay, and on the purchase flow screen, when user select buy option, the response, whether it is a success or failure, the response code will be received in the initialize billing client purchase listener callback. So go to the initialize billing client method. This is the callback method for purchase response. So let's add a debug statement here to understand the flow. Okay, now run the project with purchase flow implementation changes. Select 5 coins. Oh, it returned an error message. The item you are attempting to purchase could not be found. Okay, got it. So on purchase updated callback, we have received the billing response code 4. That is item not found error. This error occurs when you are not a tester of this app. So go to your Play Console account, select the test track where you have uploaded the bundle with billing library dependency. This we have done in part 2 video. I have uploaded my app in the internal test track. So go to testers in the test track. Check the selected testers list. Because the email ID you have signed into Google on the emulator or on your test device has to be added to your testers list. So select the proper testers list which contains your testers email IDs and click on save. Now copy this link and join the test program from your emulator or from your device. See, the internal test invitation is shown to join the test. But in case of closed testing, you need to wait till the review is over for the tester's email ID's updation to join the test program. Okay, click on accept invite. Welcome to the internal test program. Okay, now go back to the app and open the app. Now click on the price button. Yes, see the purchase screen is displayed. Here the app icon is not showing because I have uploaded my app only for internal testing. It is not yet published. Okay, here there are different scenarios to test the payment methods. I will cover all these test methods in a separate video. For now, test with the default payment method, that is test card always approves. Okay, now select buy. Yes, payment successful. Require authentication. Yes, always okay. So finally our consumable product purchase flow is done. But it is not the end because you have purchased the product but not acknowledged to the Google Play system. So when you go to Play Console account, order management screen, you can see the list of purchases for your apps with order ID, cost and status and all. But the status is still in the pending. If you have not verified the purchase with the Google Play system within 3 minutes, then the purchase amount will be refunded to the user. And in between, if user select the same product to buy again, this error message will be displayed. You already own this item. So you need to consume the product to buy it again. So we need to handle the verify purchase here. See, that's the next step after receiving the purchase response. So if the billing response code returns OK and purchases object not null, we should verify the purchase. So create a method called verify purchase. Go to developer page, come down. Okay, on purchases updated, we have to handle other response codes as well. Copy this and paste it here. Okay, come down. Verify the purchase. After verification only, we need to grant the entitlement to the user. So this is the code to verify the purchase. Consume async in case of consumable products. If you are handling non-consumable products, then you need to call acknowledge purchase. This is the only difference for consumable and non-consumable products while handling the one-time products in our purchases. All other methods are common. So copy this code because we are integrating consumable product purchase. Clear the import errors. Okay, we need to pass the purchase token of the product that the user bought. So add the method argument purchase and call this verify purchase method inside on purchase updated. Okay, this is returning list of purchases, so handle it in the for loop to verify all the purchases. Okay, add the debug statement. So once you send the consume async request to the Google Play system and you received the on consume response with the response code OK, then handle the success of consume operation. Means once the verification is success, then you need to grant the content to the user. In our case, we need to credit the purchased coins to the user account. Handle the logic here. This is again depends on your app requirement, what product you are selling through your app. Here I need to add the purchased coins to the user's coins count. So first take the coin count stored in the persistent storage. Then we need to add the purchased coin count. Okay, for that let me take the product details data into a member variable while starting the purchase flow. Create a product details variable, purchased product. Assign it in the start purchase flow. Okay, now after verification was success, then take the coin count from the purchased product object. Here the coin count we have given as product name. So take the product name, convert it into integer variable. So incremented the coin count. Now store this count to persistent storage and display the coins count. And again, all these UI operations has to be in a different thread. So handle it in a different runnable. Okay, verify purchase is done. And on successful verification, assigning the coins to the user. Add the debug statements. Okay, now let's test the app. Okay, first let's check the purchased product status. See, it's refunded because we haven't verified the purchase previously. Okay, now we have handled the verify purchase in our app for the consumable product. So let's check the in-app purchases flow end to end. Okay, click on the same item, select buy. Okay, payment successful. See, the verification is success and we have granted the purchased coins to the user. You can observe the coin count is incremented. This way, we can implement the consumable product in-app purchases. So once the user consumes the product, then user can buy the same product again. Hope everything is clear. Okay, let's recap the steps. In onCreate method, we have initialized the billing client, then we have connected to Google Play system. On connection success, we have requested for product details, and on receiving the product details, we are showing the products to the user. When user select the product, we are launching the purchase flow. So on purchase success, from on purchases updated callback, we are verifying the purchase, and on verification success, we are granting the purchased product to the user. This is the complete flow. Hope it is clear for you. Finally, there is a small catch here. We can verify the purchase from on purchases updated, but we must call BillingClient.query purchase async to ensure your app processes all the purchases. It is recommended that you do this when your app successfully establishes a connection with the Google Play billing library, which is recommended when your app is launched or comes to the foreground. Ideally, we need to handle this query purchase async in onResume method. So let's do that quickly. Override onResume callback. Call BillingClient.query purchase async. It has two parameters. One is query purchases parameters and other is purchases response listener. So add query purchases parameters with product type in-app, and next add new purchase response listener. And in this query purchases response, check for the billing result code. If it is okay, then check for the pending purchases. If the product purchase state is in pending, then inform the user about the status of the purchased item. And if the purchase state is purchased but not acknowledged or verified by the app, then call the verify purchase. So after the verification is success, then we will grant the purchased content or item to the user. So to test this feature, Let us comment this verify purchase call inside on purchases updated in initialize billing client. Add log statements in on resume method for debugging. Okay, now run the app. Select the item to purchase. Click on buy. Okay, it is successful. Now check the logs. See, after the purchase, the verify purchase is executed from on resume method. So, you must verify or acknowledge the purchases with the Google Play from your app. Otherwise, the purchased product amount will be refunded to the user. And in the Google Play console order management page, you can view all the purchased items by your app users. Yes, we have handled everything for consumable product in-app purchases. So this is the end-to-end procedure to implement the consumable in-app purchases. Hope this video was helpful for you. In my next video, we will see how to implement a non-consumable product in-app purchases. Do not miss the video by subscribing to Ireka Tech Solutions. If you think this video was helpful, please comment and like the video. Thank you.